Hey, how's it going? James here with a response video to Mike of the Retrolectors. It is the 5 most expensive NES games in your collection. And if you're not actually already connected with Mike, I'll throw his channel details in the description below. Check it out. And if you like his content, then, throw a subscription his way. Anyways, we'll get right on into it. And as I do these, I'll just put the game value now price on the screen. So you don't have to see me looking up and down at a phone and going on through that. Anyways, first one here is Die Hard. And yeah, I don't like it. Honestly, this is one of those games that I acquired it when it was still semi-cheap. And I still own it, but I really don't ever play it. It's just very mediocre. I wouldn't say it's terrible, but it's definitely mediocre by my standards. Alrighty, next up here is Noah's Ark. It's the only one that I have in this little list here that's actually complete in box. And this is actually a PAL exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. See there, yeah, we got the manual and the cartridge in really, really fantastic shape. Yeah, it's actually, it's a real darn shame that we didn't get this outside of the PAL region, because it's actually pretty darn good. It's tough, but it's actually really fun. I quite enjoy it. So if you can somehow obtain a copy, whether it be online or, emulator, because like I said, it wasn't in our region, so I really don't feel bad about anyone emulating this, because it's not the easiest thing to come across and definitely not the cheapest. Yeah, that's number 2 in terms of value out of this list here. Next up is Snow Brothers. This is 100% my favorite out of the whole list. This is actually probably one of my favorites out of my entire rack of games behind me for the NES. This is fantastic. It is so much fun. It's a shame that it's a little bit pricey, because it's hard for me to recommend it unless you're like really, really want to spend the money on it. But it's one that you can pick up and actually really, really enjoy. It's money well spent in my opinion. I really do like this game, and it's super fun. Next up here is Dragon Fighter. This is another one that's honestly just valuable for the sake of being valuable. I don't hate it, but I definitely don't love it. It's not one that I ever really touch, besides, first getting it and trying it out. Yeah, it's okay. It's not something that I would definitely say, run out and buy. It's Dragon Fighter. It's pretty darn expensive for a loose cart. And yeah, it's really for the solid collectors that are going for either a fairly decent complete set or like a full-on complete set. But if you're going for like a lot of the rares, more expensive ones, this is one that you gotta have to unfortunately fill that. And lastly, Flinstones at Dinosaur Peak. Actually kind of, I wouldn't say great condition. It's a little bit beaten up, but yeah, it's really mediocre. This is another one that's just expensive for the sake of being expensive, not because it's really, really decent game. It's just meh. It's playable, but it's not anything to write home about. Anyways, that is my quick little video here of the 5 expensive NES games in my collection. Thank you, Mike, for tagging me on this. I'm not going to specifically tag anyone else to do this, simply because I find it easy to lose track of who's done it and who hasn't. So I'll leave it open. If you haven't specifically done this one yet and you want to, you can cite me as being the person that tags you, because I'm just sending it out as open to anyone. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Catch you next time.